What's up, family? How you guys doing? Welcome to Motivation Monday. If I'm like holding myself like this, I just want to let you know it is freezing in here. This is all I had to wear today because all my clothes are in boxes everywhere as we're moving. So I just have short sleeve stuff and it's like 20 degrees outside and about 21 degrees in here. So anyway, last week I wrote out some emails that we were talking about the reasons why people walk away from the MS gym, okay? The reasons why people quit exercise. And realistically, in the big picture of things, why people give up on and walk away from the dreams that they have, the vision that they have, the project that they're working on. And ultimately, it comes down to belief, okay? So all of us have had experiences in our life, right? We're human. Like, you are in an experience right now. You had an experience from the time that you woke up today to this point, and you will have an experience from this point till the end of the day. Our lives are made up of experiences. And some of those are by ourselves. Some of those are in the quiet solitude of our time with ourselves, being introspective and just kind of being alone and going through our own journey. And a lot of time, and many other experiences are based on, are a direct result of the people around us and the people that we interact with. Because whether you like them or not, you will have to interact with people on a daily basis, okay? And me being an extroverted introvert, I love people in certain circumstances, but then there's other circumstances where I'm like, please don't anyone talk to me anymore. Like, I like you, but shh, all right? So whether you like it or not, you will have to interact with people sometime in your life. Probably about every hour or at least 3 times a day, all right? Unless you completely live alone and then you're just interacting with me, but you're still listening to me. And if you're in the MOC, you're still interacting with people, even though it's virtually. So the thing is, you guys, is that whether it's our own individual or experiences or our social or relational experiences, those make up a lot of what we think. And those make up a lot of the words and the narratives and the things going on in our head. And those make up our belief systems, okay? Hold on, I got to hit something real quick, okay? Those make up our belief systems. So our experiences make up our belief systems. And oftentimes when we start on a project or we start on a path or we start doing something that's different, and it challenges whatever it is that we believe. Whether our beliefs are right or wrong, good or bad, healthy or not, it still challenges them. And like we've spoken about so much in the MS gym, your brain craves consistency, it craves predictability, and it does not like change. And usually we're talking about that in the context of movement, but it goes in the same context as mindset. Your brain gets very comfortable in the way that you think. Your brain gets very comfortable in the way that you process. Your brain gets very comfortable in the narrative that's going on inside your head and the words that are coming out of your mouth. Now, words, like we've talked about and like you may have heard before, have the capability to bring life to you or bring death to you. In fact, there are multiple medical studies out there that when they surveyed people that were a little bit on the elderly side, the wisdom side of the spectrum, they were 65 to 70 years old, and they had relatively the same health condition. And when asked, like, let's just note this, relatively the same health condition, when asked, what is the state of your health? Like, how healthy do you feel? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not good, poor, whatever, and 5 being, I feel good, like I have some stuff, but I'm still living life and doing my thing. There was a radical difference in the results of those people 5 years later. Those that spoke on a 1 level, saying my health is poor, I feel sick, I just don't feel like myself, I feel old, I feel broken down, were dead. Like 70% of them were gone within 4 years. The ones that were at a 4 or 5 saying, yeah, I have some stuff going on, but I'm okay. Yeah, I got a heart condition, and yeah, I know it's just part of aging, but I'm still going to be living my life. We're all alive. Now, there's multiple studies like that out there. But it just gives power, or it gives significance to the power of our words. Now, the thing is, throughout those experiences with other people, and that includes media, TV, music, social media, YouTube now, all the stuff around, those experiences always are based on words. And the words that we hear, the words that we process, the words that we marinate on, the words that we allow to get into our inner self to create the narrative, our thought patterns, our belief patterns in our brain are how we see our life. They're literally the foundation that we build ourselves within, we build walls upon, and then we stay in those walls. So we build 4 walls with the foundation of the words that have been spoken to us, at us, and by us our whole life. The words spoken to us, at us, and by us. And those could be good or bad. Now the thing is, you guys, what the unfortunate part of the human mind is that we typically remember negative reports and negative words and negative conversations more often than the positive ones, unfortunately. Because our brains, for whatever reason, are wired to be miserable sometimes. They're wired to really pay attention to the negative. Why? Because it's a survival thing in your brain. If you know something's negative, you at least know what's going to happen. You know the worst case scenario. That's predictable, and there's a survival thing in the brain that says, okay, I'm going to think about the worst case possible, and if I always know what the worst case possible is, and I'm always expecting the worst, then I won't be caught off guard. But the positive part of life often comes with being courageous and being brave and taking a risk and saying, I know that there could be a worst case scenario, but what if I orient myself towards the best case? What if I orient myself towards positivity and hope and optimism? And what if I just take a risk and I actually believe and have faith that I can have the good things in life? I can have abundance instead of scarcity. That's tough. It actually takes so much practice to get a positive mindset, to go towards the things that you deserve, that you were designed for, and that you should be living out, because it's just easier to focus on the negative, because most people walking around right now are not that positive. And I hate to say that, and I don't want to be a Debbie Down or a Dougie Downer, right? proper whatever, Dougie Downer, and speak about that. But for the most part, like, that's how most people are. They'd rather talk about how miserable and tired and fatigued and bummed out they are, rather than talk about how awesome they feel, how many things they have going on, how much better they're feeling, how well they're healing, and how they're overcoming something like some stupid condition like MS. Because oftentimes, because there's so many negative people around us, we often feel like we are bragging or boasting, or we are inconveniencing or burdening someone who's having a hard time because we're doing better. And that's a different topic that we will get into in this series. So I want you guys to think about something. Okay? So we're already geared toward the negative. And it's hard work to think positive. And then you end up with a condition like MS that is chronic, that is lifelong, that is incurable. And you go to the people that you trust to help you, your physicians, your PTs, your trainers, your chiropractors. And they're like, not much you can do. MS is going to get you. We can take you so far, but you do realize you still have MS. We can take you this far, but you do realize this is progressive. I can give you this medication, but it's only going to kind of suppress it. It's not going to get rid of it. And, yeah, exercise and nutrition, like, it has its place, but, I don't want to get your hopes up. Like, you realize that MS is progressive. Like, you can't get rid of it. There is no cure. Or you go to people that you've been working with for a while, you start working with them, and their method of doing things with you doesn't work. And so therefore they wash their hands of you and be like, I can't do anything else for you. That's all there is. That's all I got. It's your fault. I don't know why it's not working. Like, it's your fault. I don't know. This has worked for everyone else. I don't understand why it's not working for you. Or then you also go to the people that you love, your family, your friends, your kids, your spouse, your church, your religious organization, your volunteer, whatever, your MS support group or whatever else, and you don't get support there either, right? There's just a bunch of commiseration in support groups. Or you go to your family and your friends and all that kind of stuff, and they don't understand you. They don't seek to understand you, or they feel sorry for you, or they pity you, or they try to help you too much. And you're like, dude, back off. Or dude, can you just give me a little empathy? Or dude, like, my feet don't freaking work. Like I'm sorry this is an inconvenience to you. And because of other people's actions and other people's words, that has unfortunately helped shape how you view yourself, your identity, your worth, your value, who you are to yourself, who you are to this world, who you are to your family, and just what your purpose is here. And in order for you to start, and that's a crisis, and that's how you believe. And you know that you shouldn't believe like that, and you really don't want to believe like that, and you really want to believe better for yourself, but every single time you take a step and your foot doesn't lift, that reminds you that you are broken. Every single time that you accidentally, you lose bladder control, that reminds you that you are less than a normally functioning adult. Every single time you run across a family picture and you see your husband that used to be in your life and now they're pieced out with some younger 20-year younger person that doesn't have MS living it up in the Cayman Islands, you sit there and you're like, start to feel kind of bad about yourself. So not only do we have a crisis of belief just living in this planet, which is not super positive all the time, but then you have the MS narrative. These words are said to you. So MS says to you, you are broken. You are weak. You are disabled. You cannot be cured. You will fall apart. You are running out of time. You should be angry. You are alone. You are too tired to try. You are a burden. You've lost everything. You are flawed. You are unwanted. You have no future. You are MS. You are mine. I know this is a little stingy. Just hang out for a sec. But isn't that true? Have you thought any of those things in your MS life? Any one of those? Because any one of those statements can tailspin you and spiral you so fast into anxiety, frustration, anger, depression, which we spoke about in MS Mind Games. and the process of coming out of your crisis of belief that you can actually heal, that your brain can actually change, that movement and mindset is actually a counteractive approach to MS, and that by educating yourself about MS, about the human body, about how it moves, and about how MS screws all that up, and then doing things and taking measures to counteract that disruption that MS causes, that you can actually heal without physically focusing on that. One of those statements that I just read could be your handcuffs, could be you being chained against the wall, and you never taking action to actually change, actually grow, actually get stronger, and actually believe and know and take the appropriate actions and steps and think the appropriate thoughts and make the appropriate adjustments in your life to counteract MS. Just one negative narrative in your head can jack your world up. And I've dealt with that my entire life. My entire life. Even now, when I have all of you, and I'm working for you, and I'm serving you, and I have the wife of my dreams, and the kids of my dreams, and the community of my dreams, and the business of my dreams, and the business partner of my dreams, and the people that I'm supposed to help, and like a faith life of my dreams, and just me, like I'm finally understanding who I am, and I've been looking for this my whole life. I still have to balance this stuff. I still have issues with this. Because I always say there's 4 conditions that really can set you into a tailspin. It's when you're hungry, and I'm not talking about hungry, get in my belly. I'm talking about you are hungry for change. You are desperate. You are wanting things to change so badly that you literally hear yourself say, I'm out of time, I'm out of time, I'm out of time, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. You make stupid decisions when you're desperate. You get irrational when you're desperate. The second is when you're angry. I'm angry about this. I'm frustrated about this. I'm anxious about this. Why me? Why me? Why me? You don't make good decisions when you're in why me. When you're lonely. Rates of depression are so high for people that live alone with a chronic illness. Why? I don't have anybody. Everybody left me. Why doesn't anyone care? Why wasn't I good enough to love? Why do I have this? And the last one is when you're tired. You're exhausted, whether it be physically, emotionally, spiritually, relationally. You're just like, dude, I'm just done. I'm trying. Like, I've tried for 20 years to get rid of MS, and I'm just tired. I hear what you're saying, and I see everybody else getting better, but I'm just tired. You don't have a lot of get up and go when you're tired. But any one of those things, right? You're out of time. You should be angry about this. You are alone, and no one cares about you, and you're too tired to try, can really jack your world up. And I've been there so many times. Even in the height of everything right now, one conversation from someone outside questioning my credibility can throw me off. One question that I get all the time in the MS gym, almost every Motivation Monday, like, well, he doesn't have MS. Like, how does he know what it's like? Or why does he care? Or like, why are you even doing this? That can throw me off. Like, one person who's like, this isn't working for me. You're full of crap. I'm out of here. Like, that hurts me. It makes me angry. It makes me feel sad. It just makes me feel lonely. I desperately want them to get better, but that can throw me off too. Like, I have to practice this stuff. And there's multiple steps to changing your mindset from a pattern of living by diagnosis of what MS says and living a life by design where you say, where you are the author, where you are writing your future, and where you decide how your life is going to look today, tomorrow, in a week, in a month, in a year, in 10 years, in 5 years, 5 years, in 10 years, how your future is going to look. So I'm going to try to keep these series kind of shorter because I want you guys to think about one thing at a time. Okay? So step one, and I've had to do this, and some of you are going to laugh because you're going to have Stuart Smalley pop into your head, being like, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me, right? Because Saturday Night Live loves to prey on people's weaknesses and people's flaws. It's like modern comedy, let's just point out everybody's flaws and make fun of it because that's what's funny now is tearing other people down. Way to go. That was my public service announcement. Sorry if you're an SNL fan. Steve Martin, Belushi, Chevy Chase, all those dudes, I love you. Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, love you. After that, I'm out. Anyway. Sorry, I just went off there. But it's true, right? Because self-affirmations, whilst a lot of people make fun of them, and a lot of people think you're kind of a dork for saying them, and they kind of are like, oh my God, that's so freaking lame, blah, 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 are massively powerful. Because what you think about, what you speak about, you bring about. What you think in your head and then you speak out your mouth actually give life to the thoughts in your head. Everybody has negative thoughts, including me. Daily, hourly. I'm so tired. I have so much to do. Like, oh my God, my back hurts. Like, oh, I just want to go home. Like, I'm tired. I want food. I want this. I want blah. Like, we all have negative thoughts, and that's part of being human. But if you keep those thoughts in your head and you don't speak them out of their mouth, they die. Or if you have a thought in your head and you negate it and you replace it with something good and positive and strong and hope-filled and you speak it, whether you're alone or in front of people, it comes to life just like the negative thoughts. When you speak thoughts, you give them life, whether positive or negative. So let's change the narrative right now. This is step one. And nothing happens without you actually believing and repeatedly practicing saying things like what I'm about to read. Some of these may apply to you, some of them may not, but I tell you what I did with this list. But listen to this. When MS tells you you are broken, use in your head, before you ever say, God, my foot doesn't work. God, my hand doesn't work. You're like, nah. I'm healing through movement. There's an exercise for me. There's a program in here for me. I can retrain my body. I can heal my brain. I can counteract MS, but with my mindset and my movement and knowing about and educating myself about MS every day. I'm not broken. I'm healing through movement. MS says, you are weak. You're like, nah, I'm getting stronger in my mind, my body, and my spirit every day. You are disabled. Nah, man, I'm not. I am able to overcome and beat you. I am able to move, whether it's one finger or my entire body. Every single thing I do, every single decision I make is to beat you. I am able. I am able-minded. I am able-bodied. Just because I have a movement dysfunction and a blurry map in my brain due to a condition and an imbalance in my body does not disqualify me from this life. I am able to make change. I am able to get stronger. I am able to get better. And I have a plan and a community and a purpose as to why I want to do it. MS says, you cannot be cured. And you say, yeah, you're right for right now. But guess what? There may not be a cure, but I'm greater than you. I am greater than MS. I am stronger than MS. You cannot have me. I am free of MS. You may come along for the ride, but I rule over you by the decisions that I make in my life. MS tells you you're going to fall apart. You're like, nah. You know why? Because as fast as you're trying to take me out, I'm moving faster to build my mindset and my body every single day. Every rep I take, every time I breathe, every piece of food I place in my mouth, every ounce of water or milliliter I drink, for all you British people, right? So all you UKers, all you non-Americans, right? Every milliliter of water I drink is for the purpose of healing myself. I have a full-time focus on beating you, MS. Therefore, I will not fall apart. You will fall apart because I will take you down. I will dismantle you piece by piece. And here's where Hulk comes in. You're out of time. I'm not out of time, man. I'm right where I need to be. I have the resources that I need. I have the people behind me. I have the coach alongside me. And I have the community walking with me, moving me forward on my down days and my up days, through struggle and through victory. I am not out of time. I'm just getting started. You should be angry about this, resentful, bitter. That's fine if you want to tell me that, MS. I don't care. You know why? Because I'm calm, I'm present, and I'm connected. I'm calm knowing that there's a way out. I'm present knowing that even on my worst days, there is something I can do to reduce the threat and the problems in my body. And I have people behind me that understand me, accept me, love me, welcome me, empower me, educate me, and are just there for me when I'm having a rough day. I am not alone, and I will never be alone again, which leads into you are alone. No, I'm not, MS. This used to be a one-on-one fight between you and you chose to pick on me, you big bad bully. You chose to pick on the smaller guy. Well, guess what? There's thousands against one now, pal. Thousands against one, pal. You think I'm alone and this is a one-on-one fight? Nah, man. It became a 1,000-to-1 fight the minute I jumped in the MS gym. Yeah, but see, MS says, yeah, but see, that's all well and good, but you're still a burden. You're a burden on your family. You're a burden on your kids. You're a burden on society. Like what's your purpose? What are you good for? Nah, man, I'm not even going to listen to you because you know why? I know I'm valuable. I know I am welcomed. I know I am understood. I know I am uniquely made. I know that I may not know my purpose yet, but I do have a reason for being here right now, still breathing right now, being alive right now, and for being connected in with the community like the MS Gym Nation right now. You say I'm a burden? I know somewhere that I'm a blessing. You say I'm a burden. Other people have told me I'm a burden. Medical practitioners, family members, even my own children told me I'm a burden, but guess what? Someone thinks I'm a blessing. Someone thinks I'm a blessing. But you lost everything. You ain't got nothing left. Everything you had, I took from you. That's fine, you can have it. Because guess what? I'm grateful for a new start. I'm strong enough to start anew, and I'm going to start walking toward my new future. Yeah, but I still feel like you're unwanted. You may have that cool little MS gym thing, but the rest of the world doesn't want you. The rest of the world doesn't understand you. The rest of the world looks at you with your faulty gaits and your drop foot and your wheelie walker and they're like, oh, look at that broken poor person, or oh, look at that whatever. They look at you. You're not wanted. You don't even know what you're talking about, MS. I already told you. I'm valuable here. I'm a blessing here. And you know what? The cool part is that because of the people in the MS gym, they are supporting me so that I can get stronger. I have the confidence. I have a shield and a home and a family in which I can rest safely, get stronger. And when I come back at you, you're not even going to know what hit you. And guess what's going to happen? You're telling me I'm unwanted? Well, guess what? When I get better, as I walk better, as I stand better, as I'm able to do more, as I'm not as fatigued, as I feel better about myself, my attitude improves, my mind gets sharper, my voice gets better, my words get stronger, and my confidence improves. Guess what? Everybody else is going to look at me and I'm going to be a success story. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to be an inspiration. And they're going to be like, oh, that was your enemy and your adversary and you defeated them. You get to be my cautionary tale that you don't come against me. You don't get to come against me because I'm me and you're you, MS, and you mean nothing to me. You have no power over me. You may have had power over me. You may tell me that I'm unwanted, but I know that I'm wanted because of the MS Gym, but more so I'm wanted by myself. I like me. I'm proud of me. I can't wait to see what me is going to do in the future, and you are going to be a part of my past and a reason for my success. I'm using your attacks to flip it on my face, punch you in the face, or flip you over, punch you in the face, walk forward and say, because of you, you drove me to my success and my better future and my victory story. You are unwanted. I am wanted. Yeah, but you still in the future. MS says, you have no future. Like, they already told you. Like, there's no cure. This is just going to get worse. You have a progressive condition, numbnut. Like, sorry, like you have a progressive condition, fool, idiot, whatever. Like, actually, MS would probably say something worse. But you have an incurable condition. So what are you going to do about that? Be like, you know what? I am the author of my future. You say that I am MS, that you own me. I am living a life by design. I don't care if you are along with the ride. You are just going to be like this accessory in my life, this thorn in my side that yes, you may bug me. Yes, you may get me some days. Yes, I may have days where you think you're winning just because I was too tired from working my tail off to beat you. But your impact on my life gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller every day, where my mind and my body and my attitude and my friends and my relationships and my purpose on this planet is to show myself and show others in the MS community and show the world that no matter what comes against you, no matter what darkness happens, no matter what circumstances happen, no matter what crisis, catastrophe, or calamity happen in you, the human spirit and the power of the mind and the resiliency and force of the human body can overcome anything thrown at it. You are just fuel for my future. You are just fuel for my victory. And I am the author of my story. I am the one designing my life. I am the one that is saying, you used to own me, you're not going to have me. This is going to be tough. And you and I are going to battle it out at the beginning because it's going to be one punch for one punch. You may even get 5 punches to my 1 punch, and I'm going to have some rough days, but I still am going to hit you in the face. I'm still going to cut you. I'm still going to give you a black eye because you are not invincible. You are beatable. You are nothing more than an inconvenience in my life that I've once had in an anchor that's been with me, and I'm ready to drop you off, cut you off, and you have no command, rule, or reign over me anymore. So this is the start. This is the start of your words. And what I did here, I want to put this up in the MS Gym, and I know this is backwards to you guys, but this is what MS says. This is what you say as an MS Gymmer. And I'm going to put this document in the MS Gym. And I'm going to put it as a Word doc so you can fill all of these in. Every single time that you get a negative thought, you put it here so that you recognize what your enemy is trying to use against you, what strikes your opponent is trying to throw at you, what the bad words and bad experiences that you've had in your past are trying to tell you, and you mark them as lies. Then on this side, this is where you combat, and you start it with I am. Because everything on this side of I am will shape your life, will expedite your healing, will dictate where you end up, and will accelerate your counteracting of MS. So this is a work in progress, you guys. this entire series that we are going over called Counteracting or Overcoming Your Crisis of Belief. By the end of this, we are going to unpack what it means to unbelieve, not believe, and to believe. And this is a self-belief of literally knowing who you are, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you are worthy of investing in, you are valuable, you are accepted, you are welcome, you deserve to heal, you are capable of healing, and you should be seeking after healing regardless of what anybody says about you, says to you, prophesies or speaks over you. Like, nobody can tell you where you're going to end up. Nobody can drag you back into your history without you allowing it. And nobody can tell you who you're going to be today or who you are today if you truly know the truth about you, who you are, what you're about, what you stand for, what your purpose is, what your why is, and why you are getting better. So I love you guys to pieces. And this is vital that we talk about this concept, because the minute that you can get out of and you know how to better manage your crisis of unbelief about yourself, that's when magic starts to happen. That's when you can counteract those bad MS days. That's when you can have 3 good weeks of good results, and then 1 week where you're like, why am I not getting better? Why do I feel like I'm backsliding? But you realize that you were already there before. You look and see what you did over 3 weeks. You start moving again, doing the same things that got you success before. You see that those things bring you success again. And then that next time that you end up in a crisis of belief because of a flare-up or a bad family situation or circumstances of life or a bad doctor's report or some stupid critic out there or somebody that's telling you that exercise and MS doesn't work, or that your coach doesn't know what he's talking about, or this, that, or whatever, or like you think they'll get your expectations too high, or don't you think you're a little obsessive about this, and try to make you feel bad for going after the positive when they're still sitting over here and they're negative. You're like, I'm sorry, I don't have time for this. Go do your thing over in Negativeville. I'm going over to the positive powwow teepee of awesomeness, and we are going to keep marching this way. If you want to come along, that's cool. Come with me, but I'm done with you. I'm going forward, and I will not go back. That is what I want you guys to get out of this. That is what I want this family and myself to get out of this series, because I am going to read, research, get my mind right, talk to you guys, and give you exactly what we need to move forward as the MS Gym Nation, founded on BGP, baby, and get you guys the changes you want, the results you want, the life victories you want, because I want everybody putting up posts for what it is that is going on in your life and to celebrate. And if you come up, do me a favor, in the comments section, if you come up with new MS lies that are in your head, I want you to immediately put an I am after it in the comments section of this post. And I'm going to actually take pictures of this and archive everybody's the MS lie and the I am antidote to that lie. And we're going to start building a library. We're going to start building a document, and we're going to post that and keep updating that in the MS Gym, in the free group, for the entire freaking MS Gym Nation to see. I may even make it public so that the whole world can see what we stand for. All right, I'm done. I love you guys. I get fired up. You are my family. I will fight for you. This is what I do for you. Like, I am here for you. I get you. I understand you. I suffer with you. I walk with you. I cry with you. I cheer with you. I bleed with you. I'm just with you. And I love you. And I thank you for trusting me and being here with me, because this can't exist without you. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I went a little bit longer than I thought. I was trying to cut it at 30 minutes. It was 35, so sorry. But this is a good kickoff. We're going to start it off, and let's get this thing done. All right? So remember, you are one of my heroes. Remember that. So you can say, I am one of Coach T's heroes. He is inspired by me. If that's what you need to get you started, that's fine. But go know that you are amazing, you are strong, you are awesome, and you are here on purpose. I'll talk to you guys later.